Okay. See the problem. A swimmer coming out from the swimming pool is covered with a film of water weighing about 18 grams. About 18 grams. How much heat must be supplied to evaporate this water at 298 Kelvin? At 298 Kelvin. So generally water is evaporated at 100 degrees Kelvin, 100 degrees centigrade, that is 298 Kelvin. Sorry, 373 Kelvin. So at that temperature, enthalpy of vaporization is given to you. See here, a swimmer just come from swimming pool. His total body is covered with a water layer. So that water layer is weighed. It is 18 grams. 18 grams is there. That means 1 mole water. Weight by molecular weight 18 by 18. 1 mole water. 1 mole water is there. That 1 mole water is typically converted into vaporization. Okay. That means the volume of water is constant. Volume of water is constant. So he want to convert. So see here. Here H2O liquid is trying to change H2O gas. This is vaporization, boys. Okay. So this is vaporization. So for this change in enthalpy, that is delta N is equal to number of gaseous moles of products. It is 1 minus here it is liquid minus, that is why it is 0, which is equal to 1. Sir, why it is taken 1 mole? Here 18 grams, boys. 18 grams means number of moles is equal to 1. 1 mole water is taken here. This 1 mole water is going to be converted into vapor stage. So here delta N is 1 N because it is liquid. We consider only gaseous moles of products and gaseous moles of reactants. So NP minus NR, that is equal to 1 N. So already delta H heat capacity. So delta H evaporation at constant pressure. Delta H means at constant pressure only. The value is given to you. He want to calculate at constant volume. He want to calculate at constant volume. So therefore, delta H vaporization at constant pressure is equal to delta U vaporization, which is nothing but Q only, plus delta N RT. It is the relation between delta H and delta U. So this delta U is nothing but Q only at constant volume. Okay, you want to calculate that value. So therefore, delta U is equal to delta H vaporization minus delta N RTN. Delta H vaporization is given as 40.66 kilojoule, boys. So 40.66 minus delta N value, that is 1. R value in kilojoules I am considering, that is 8.314 into 10 power minus 3 N. That is in kilojoules into temperature. Evaporation is possible at 373 Kelvin, therefore 373 N. So finally we have the value 37.56 kilojoule per mole. So this is delta U, which is nothing but Q, and this much heat is required to evaporate that 1 mole water into gas and water vapor. So this is the way. So given at constant pressure, he want to calculate at constant volume. So this is very, very important and simple one. So it is relation between delta H and delta U. Okay. The heat of combustion of, note down point, the heat of combustion of glycogen, its formula C6H10O5 is about 476 kilojoule per mole of carbon, per mole of carbon. Assume that assume that average heat loss by adult male is 150 watts if we were to assume that all the heat comes from oxidation of glycogen. How many units of glycogen? How many units of glycogen? Within brackets, 1 unit, 1 mole carbon per unit. How many units of glycogen must be oxidized? Per day to provide for this heat loss. Read carefully, boys. So, adult male, generally he is doing work. For that work, he consumes some energy, some heat energy. Okay, so he lost his heat energy. That heat must be, we are going to gain it. So that heat total loss is reappeared by the combustion of this glycogen. So this glycogen is going to be combustion that produces energy. That energy is utilized by this adult. Okay, that means the heat loss is equal to heat gained from glycogen. Heat lost by male is equal to heat gained by the glycogen. So first of all, calculate how much heat is lost. That is from glycogen. Heat loss is equal to heat gained. That is here 150 watts are here. Tom. 150 watts. So my dear boy, 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. Please be mind. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. You want to calculate per day, where it is. So that is per day. Per day we want to calculate. So see here, 1 mole glycogen is equal to 1 mole carbon according to the given condition. 1 mole glycogen is equal to 1 mole carbon. Now is equal to 1 unit of glycogen. 1 unit of glycogen, 1 mole carbon per unit. So 1 mole carbon is equal to 1 unit of glycogen. Okay, so that is, see here. So the heat of combustion of glycogen is, see here, per mole. So 1 mole on glycogen gives, on combustion gives 476 kilojoules. So that means this is from 476 kilojoules. 476 kilojoules of heat is produced. Okay, that is from data. That is from that. Now I am going to calculate how much is lost. Actually, heat loss is equal to is equal to heat required. Heat loss is equal to heat required. That heat required, see boys, assume average heat loss by adult male is 150 N. Therefore, heat required is equal to 150 watts. 150 watts. Okay, 150 watts means 150 joule per second. Because watt is equal to 1 joule per second as per your physics. 1 joule per second. It is per second. Now, you want to calculate per day. So, per day is equal to how much? That is 150 into per day, 24 hours. Each hour has 60 minutes. Each minute has 60 seconds. Joules per day. Joules per day. Is this step okay? So 50 watts per second is per 24 hours. So it is that is per day this much heat is required. So altogether value is equal to, so 150 into 24 into 60 into 60 by 1000 kilojoules boys. Because the value is in kilojoules. This is in kilojoules. That's why I convert that value into kilojoules. So that finally 12,960 kilojoules per day. This much heat is required. This much heat is lost. This much heat is lost. So the heat is required. That much heat is required. So see here, 1 unit gives this much heat. So this much heat is required. So 1 unit gives 476 kilojoules. So here 12,960 kilojoules requires how many units? That is 12,960 by 476. That is equal to yes, 27.22 units are required. This much units of glycogen is required. Yes, correct, Bhavan. So that much units of glycogen is required. See, boys, actually 1 unit of glycogen releases this much heat energy. So the male, this much is lost. This much lost means this much required. So how much is lost? I calculated. So watt. So that is 1 watt is equal to joule per second. Please consider the point. So based on that, I convert that value into kilojoules. This much actually required. So 1 unit gives that much. This much required means how many units are required? Finally, answer 27.22 only. 27.22 units. Okay. So this is very, very important, my dear boys. This much. This is a this method. This okay. The temperature of bomb calorimeter. The temperature of bomb calorimeter was found to rise by 1.617 Kelvin. Okay, boys. See, boys. The temperature of bomb calorimeter was found to rise by this much Kelvin temperature. When a current of 3.2 amperes was passed for 27 seconds from a 12 volts battery, 12 volts source, calculate calorimeter constant. First of all, what is calorimeter constant? We have the formula Q is equal to ms delta T, and it is calorimeter formula. Okay, M is the mass of substance involved in heating. S is the specific heat of the calorimeter. So this M into S collectively called as calorimeter constant. He want to calculate the product value, M into S. Okay, see here. So energy E is equal to V into Q, charge. Okay, that is equal to V into charge means current into time in seconds. These are the conversions. So therefore total energy E, which is nothing but Q, that is heat required. Heat required is equal to Vc into T, and V, how much volts? 12 volts. Current in amperes, C is equal to current in amperes. T is equal to time in seconds. T is equal to time in seconds. Current in amperes, how much? That is 3.2. Time in seconds, how much? 27 seconds. This is equal to Q. So altogether it is 1036.8 joules. 1036.8 joules. So this much is the Q value. So change rising temperature. Rising temperature is this much. So given delta T is equal to 1.677. 617 delta T. We have the formula Q is equal to ms delta T. Therefore, ms is equal to Q by delta T. And Q value is this much, 1036.8 by delta T value is this much, 1.617. 1.617, which is equal to 641.187 joules. This is the calorimeter constant. So calorimeter constant is nothing but it is a product of mass into specific heat. Mass into specific heat, that combination is calorimeter constant. That combination is calorimeter constant. Next one. Bond energy of A2, AB and B2 molecules are in the ratio 1:1:1/2. 1:1:1/2. Delta H for the formation of AB is minus 100 kilocalorie per mole. Minus 100 kilocalorie per mole. Calculate bond energy of A2 molecule. Calculate bond energy of A2 molecule. What is this? So bond energy of A2, AB, B2 are in the ratio that one is. Okay, delta H for the formation of AB. See here, for the formation of AB. For the formation of AB and see here, I am writing an equation for the formation of AB. So that is, AB should be in the product side. That should be 1 mole. That is from its elements. That is A2 plus B2. For balancing purpose, half A2, half B2. Half A2, half B2. So for this, delta H value is given as minus 100 kilocalorie per mole. Minus 100 kilocalorie per mole. If bond enthalpies are given to you, so delta H for the formation is equal to sigma bond enthalpy of reactants minus sigma bond enthalpies of products. So it is the only condition, my dear boys, very, very important. If bond enthalpies are used, the delta value reactants minus products. Delta value reactants minus products. That is equal to delta H is equal to bond enthalpy of reactants. This is A2. Therefore, 1 by 2 bond enthalpy of A2 plus 1 by 2 bond enthalpy of B2 minus 1 into bond enthalpy of AB. Bond enthalpy of AB. Let the bond enthalpy of A2 is Xn. Let bond enthalpy of A2 is equal to X. So therefore, half into bond enthalpy of A2 is X plus half into bond enthalpy of A2 is equal to X plus here A2 is to AB is to B2 means if it is X, that one also X, it is X by 2. So that is the ratio, boys. Therefore, so A2 is X, B2 is X by 2, 1 by 2 into X by 2 minus 1 into bond enthalpy of AB is also Xn. Bond enthalpy of AB is also X. Therefore, delta H value is given as 100, that is equal to minus 100. So minus 100 is equal to X by 2 plus X by 4 minus Xn. X by 2 plus X by 4 minus X. That implies X is equal to 400, which is equal to kilocalories. Which is equal to kilocalories. What is the X? So that is the bond energy of A2. Bond energy of A2 is 400. So it is very, very, very important, boys. Very, very important. Bond energy of A2. So the ratio is given to you. So by using that ratio, it is the way to calculate it. Whenever bond enthalpies are used, so reactants value minus products value. Reactants values minus products values. So okay. Next one, bond energy of methane and ethane or X and Y, or X and Y. Calculate the CC bond enthalpy. C single bond C bond enthalpy. Calculate the CC bond enthalpy. Median bond enthalpy is given to you. Total Egen bond enthalpy also given to you. Okay. So median bond enthalpy is X and that one is Y. Calculate CC bond enthalpy. See here. Methane, that is CH4. There is 4 bonds and 4 bonds. So therefore, 4 CH bond enthalpy's value is equal to X and E. That implies 1 CH bond enthalpy is equal to X by 4. 1 CH bond enthalpy is equal to X by 4. Next, ethane. Ethane means 2 carbons, 3 hydrogens, 3 hydrogens, 3 hydrogens. Okay, so therefore this contains 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH bond enthalpies plus 1 CC bond enthalpy. The total value is equal to Yn. 6 CH bond enthalpies and 1 CC bond enthalpy Y. So 6 into CH bond enthalpies are calculated as X by 4 and plus CC bond enthalpy is equal to Yn. Therefore, it is 3, the 2 means, so CC bond enthalpy is equal to Y minus 3X by 200. CC bond enthalpy is Y minus 3X by 200. Yes, correct end. Okay, so simple end. Number of times asked arbitrary. Number of times this model is asked end. Number of times asked end. Next one. Delta H, hydrogenation. Addition of hydrogen boys of cyclohexene. Delta H, hydrogenation of cyclohexene and benzene. And benzene are 28.6 and 49.8 kilocalorie per mole. Calculate resonance energy. Calculate resonance energy of benzene. Calculate resonance energy of benzene. So what is delta cyclohexene and cyclobenzene? So resonance energy means, so our formula, resonance energy is equal to theoretical bond energy minus observed bond energy. So observed bond energy. It is the formula to calculate resonance energy. So theoretical bond energy. Theoretical means as per theory I am going to calculate. So that is the theoretical bond energy. So observed value means this is the observed value for benzene. So I am calculating theoretical. See here. Cyclohexene. It is nothing but this is cyclohexene. Cyclohexene. This is hydrogenated addition of hydrogen, which is called as cyclohexane cyclohexane. So during this process, delta H, something heater H is released, that is 28.6. 28.6. See boys, for one double bond hydrogenation, 28.6 kilocalories. So benzene, for benzene, that is 3 double bonds for benzene means. So 3H2 only. So that gives once again cyclohexane, but delta H is equal to, we expected the given value. It is 49.8. This is given value. Given value. But we expected for one double bond this much. For 3 double bonds, we expected 3 into 28.6. We expected. Okay. So this is a calculated value. This is a theoretical value. So calculated value, theoretical value minus calculated value, see here. Therefore, resonance energy is equal to theoretical value. And how much is the theoretical value? Sorry. It is as per theory. It is a theoretical value, higher value. And this is observed value. So this is the given value. So that is, so 3 into 28.6 minus observed value, that is 49.88. So this is resonance energy of benzene. So how much you will get? That is equal to, I think, 36 kilocalorie per mole. 36 kilocalorie per mole. Yes, Bhavan? Okay, so very important. So actually, for one double bond hydrogenation, this much is required. For 3 double bonds, 3 times of that is required, but actually this much is there. So this is expected, this is original energy. The difference of those two values is the resonance energy. So resonance energy, there is a difference value. So just Balaji, wait. Okay, bye. Next. Consider the reaction. Consider reaction 4O2 gas plus O2 gas gives 2O5 gas. Okay. Delta HR reaction is equal to minus 1 kilojoule and minus 1 kilojoule. If N2O solid is formed, instead of N2O gas, instead of N2O gas, in the reaction, in the above reaction, delta HR value will be dash kilojoule per mole. Kilojoule per mole. Given delta H sublimation. Delta H sublimation for N2O5 is equal to N2O5 is equal to 54 kilojoule per minute. See, this is actually in this reaction N2O is formed. Instead of this gas N2O5, solid N2O5 is formed. Now, how is the direction reaction? How much of one is the, what is delta H reaction? Okay, see here. So, 4NO2 gas as O2 gas gives 2N2O5 gas. N2O5. So if this is prolonged, if it is like this, so it is N2O5 solid is formed, not N2O5. N2O5 solid is formed. How much is delta H change? How much is delta H? Up to this one, minus triple up to this one. See, delta H sublimation means sublimation means N2O is solid, change it directly to N2O gas. So the process of conversion of solid into gas is called as sublimation. For this purpose, 54 kilojoules is required. But I am saying gas to solid in, but it is solid to gas, solid to gas 54, gas to solid minus 34 and gas to solid minus 54. So it is for 2 moles. So into 2 for 1 mole 50, for 2 moles into 1. Therefore, so this total delta H, that is direct step energy equal to sum of multiple steps is according to Hess law. Therefore, delta H is equal to, it is minus 11 plus minus T4 into 1D, which is equal to minus 219 kilojoule per minute. So indirect step divided by is the mole cell. So direct energy equal to one of the multiple steps energy. I applied Hess law constant. So here I applied Hess law. I apply Hess law. So direct step energy is sum of multiple steps energy. Sum of the multiple step energy. So is this there, boys? Here, solid gas value is 54. Solid gas value is 54. But here gas solid I am calling minus 55. It is for more. So here more found in the reaction. Therefore, E2 is added. N2 is up. Next. Lattice energy of the lattice energy of NaCl is 1 kilocalories per mole. 1 kilocalorie per mole. The dissociation of solid of solid in water is endothermic. To the extent of to the extent of 1 kilocalorie per mole. Calorie per mole. If the titration is stopped, if hydration rate of N plus and N minus ions on the ratio of 6:5. What is the enthalpy of hydration of sodium ion? What is the enthalpy of hydration of sodium ion? Lead energy is given to you. So dissolution of salt in water means hydrogen energy. Hydrogen energy is also given to you. Okay, so that is hydration energy. This is lattice energy. Okay, see here. We have enthalpy of solution is equal to lattice enthalpy plus hydration energy. Lattice enthalpy plus hydration energy. So now I am going to calculate hydration enthalpy. I am going to calculate individual NA trans and Cl minus. Okay, so that is enthalpy of solution because of dilution exceeds 1 kilocalorie per gram. So that is, it is 1.0, which is the lattice enthalpy 180 plus hydration energy. Plus hydration energy. Okay, therefore hydration energy is equal to 1 minus 180 is minus 179 kilocalorie per mole. This is hydration energy. This hydration energy, it is due to Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. So it is hydration energy of Na plus ion and Cl minus ion. Okay, so as a total hydration energy is much. Now, therefore, hydrogen energy of Na plus ion is equal to, so what is the rate? It is 6:5. Therefore, 6 to the 12 into minus 179. So, from this 179 parts per. So, and 5 parts per chlorine. 5 parts per chlorine. So, therefore, our answer is minus 97.60 kilocalorie per mole. It is N plus ion. It is for Na plus ion. Next one is see here is very, very important. 4.184 grams benzoic acid was bound in bomb calorimeter Yes. The rise temperature is degree centigrade. The rise in temperature is 10 degrees centigrade. The heat capacity of calorimeter, the heat capacity of calorimeter and its kinds and its content is 2.644 calorie per Kelvin. Calculate the question of calculate heat of combustion of benzoic acid in kilojoule per mole. Calculate heat of combustion benzoic acid in kilojoule per mole. See, 4.4 grams. So what is heat of combustion? Actually, bomb calorimeter is used to calculate heat of combustion as well as heat of notification. So it's based on bomb calorimeter by. So the is heat of combustion equal to heat of combustion is equal to minus capital M, molecular weight of the substance and specific capacity to delta T by mass of the substance. Mass of the substance. Yes, maybe. Okay. Therefore, so heat of combustion, molecular weight benzoic acid despite benzene, there is a COH group. This is a benzoic acid by. That means C6H5COOH. It is the formula of benzoic acid. It is the formula of benzoic acid. Now its molecular heat is equal to 1T2. Molecular weight is 1T2. Okay. So specific heat capacity, that is, see here S is the specific heat capacity. That is given as 2.644. It is this value. Rising temperature, this is delta 10. 10. M is mass of this substance. This chemically added 4.184 grams. 4.184 grams. Okay, so specific calories, it is calories. But you want to calculate kilojoules. You want to calculate in kilojoules. Okay, so 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 thousand. Please find it. 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joules. Okay, that is equal to. So finally, I am using the formula is equal to molecular weight 122 into S specific heat. So this is 2.644 into series calorie. Multiply this one 4.18 joule. 4.18 into delta T. So delta T is how much is 10. Delta T is 10. By mass is strength, how is the mass of strength? 4.184 and 4.84. Okay. So finally, this value. So we will have the answer. How much is the value? That is minus 3226. Minus 3226 kilocalorie kilojoule more than answer. Please note, this formula is to calculate. This formula is to calculate heat of combustion. Heat of combustion. Very important. Very important. Next. Calculate entropy of ionization of the enthalpy of ionization of hydrogen ion given H2O liquid gives H plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous. Delta H is equal to 57.82 kilojoules. H2 gas plus half O2 gas gives H2O liquid, delta H is equal to minus 285.83 kilojoules. By using these two equations, calculate enthalpy ionization of H minus. So delta H, enthalpy ionization of O minus. Using this equation. So this is, that is enthalpy of OH minus is equal to H. That is the option. Now add these two equations, boys. Add two equations. Solution. Add these two equations. So H2O liquid product side, reaction side cancel. Therefore, H2 gas plus O2 gas gives H plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous, delta H is equal to, so this one plus one will get minus 228.51 kilojoules. Minus 220.5 kilojoules. Okay, so H2 plus O2 is merchant. Want to calculate merchant. So now it is inside of reaction. Therefore, delta is equal to product value. So standard enthalpy of formation H plus aqueous plus standard enthalpy of formation of H minus aqueous minus standard enthalpy of formation of H2 gas as standard enthalpy of formation of O2 gas. We know standard enthalpy of H is equal to 0 and hydrogen gas value also equal to 0. These are also equal to 0. Therefore, delta H is equal to delta H naught OH concentration. So it is equal to how much? Minus 238.5 kilojoules. So therefore, what minus the enthalpy of change in enthalpy ending. Enthalpy of ionization OH minus ion, that is minus 28.5 kilojoules. Minus 20.5 kilojoules. Okay. Next one. And last for today's class. The enthalpies of the bond enthalpies of deuterium boys do O and D are plus 440 plus 490 and plus 491.5 kilojoules per mole respectively. Delta H for the reaction D2 plus R4 gives D2O is dash. Tell me simple one, R1 molar is waiting for you boys. So bond enthalpies are given to you for this delta of the reaction. If you want to ask, so that is delta H is equal to sigma bond enthalpies of reactant minus sigma bond enthalpy of product. So bond enthalpies are give you reactants minus production. Please bind. That is equal to reactants. D2 means single bond, DD. O2 means O. D2O means so just like H2O only. These are. Therefore, 1 mole, 1 into bond energy of D2 plus it is half mole, half into bond energy of O2 minus it is 2 bonds, 2 into bond energy of DO. Now that is equal to into bond energy of D. This is D2 440 plus Y2. Bond energy of O2. This is O2 498 minus 2 into bond energy DO. That is 498. 490.5. 41.5. So finally we'll get minus 294 kilojoules. 294 kilojoules. So whenever bond energies are given to you, whenever bond energies are given to you, so bond energy of reactants minus bond energy of reactants minus bond energy of so here one DO bond is much value, but D2O is this is it is one D bond, is another D bond. Total two D bonds are existent. Ready? Clarified?